Good morning, friends. Again with folded hands, I am Ashok Arora before you to discuss important case law relating to advocate on record examination of the Supreme Court of India. The case law is Common Cause versus Union of India 2017. This case is too much important as it talks about passive euthanasia case. This is landmark judgment by our Honorable Supreme Court, which addressed the legality of passive euthanasia and recognition of advanced medical directives, that is, living will. This judgment reaffirmed the right to die with dignity as an extension to the right of life under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. We all know that Common Cause is an NGO. So this NGO filed a writ petition in 2005 seeking the legalization of passive euthanasia and recognition of living will. The NGO argued that terminally ill patients or those in a persistent vegetative state, shortly known as PVS, should have the right to refuse medical treatment or life support. Going to past precedent that was of Aruna Shanbog case 2011. In this case, the Honorable Supreme Court had allowed passive euthanasia under strict guidelines, stating that the right to die with dignity is part of Article 21. However, it did not address the legality of living wills, leaving the issue unresolved. So, in this case, the petitioner sought to address whether individuals have the autonomy to make advanced directives about their medical treatment in case of incapacitance. This is the issue. So, broader issues are: should passive euthanasia, which involves withholding or withdrawing life sustaining treatment, be recognized as legal? This was the first issue. Second issue was, can individual create advanced medical directives, mean to say living wills, to refuse medical treatment under specific conditions? Third one was right to die with dignity forms an integral part of right to life under Article 21 or not. This was the issue. So, Honorable Supreme Court, in its wisdom and after thorough going through the arguments by both the parties, it reiterated that right to life under Article 21 includes the right to live with dignity, which extends to the right to die with dignity. Prolonged the life of terminally ill patients through artificial means against their will violates their dignity. The court distinguished between active euthanasia, that is, deliberate intervention to end life, and passive euthanasia, that is, withdrawing or withholding life support. Passive euthanasia was deemed permissible under strict medical and legal guidelines. The court acknowledged the importance of living wills, which allows individuals to express their medical preferences in case they become incapacitated. It emphasized that living wills ensure autonomy and dignity for patients who can no longer communicate their wishes. To allow these things, there should be safeguards. To prevent misuse, the court outlined detailed procedures for implementing passive euthanasia and honoring living wills, including approvals from medical boards and also of judicial oversight. So I can say that this judgment allowed recognized passive euthanasia. The court upheld the legality of passive euthanasia, recognizing it as an extension of the right to die with dignity under Article 21. The court recognized the validity of living wills provided they comply with prescribed safeguards. A detailed procedure was outlined, including certification by a medical board, consultation with family members, judicial oversight to ensure that the decision is free from coercion or ulterior motives. The court urged Parliament to enact a comprehensive law on passive euthanasia and advance directives. So there was a greater impact of the judgment. The judgment provided clarity on passive euthanasia, ensuring legal protection for patients, families, and medical professionals. By recognizing living wills, the court empowered individuals to make autonomous decisions about their end of life care. The judgment reinforced the idea that right to dignity includes the right to die with dignity, aligning Indian jurisprudence with global human rights principles. The safeguards outlined in the judgment ensure that passive euthanasia and living wills are not misused, addressing concerns about ethics and exploitation. Now comes the picture of critics. Our democracy allows fruitful critics. So this judgment was also criticized by arguing that procedural safeguards are overly complex and may deter individuals from opting for living wills or passive euthanasia. The absence of comprehensive legislation on euthanasia and advance directives had led to the ambiguity and inconsistent implementation. Some section of the society remain resistant to the idea of euthanasia, citing religious and ethical concerns. So, before closing this topic, I am discussing with you the overall conclusion of the judgment. This judgment, we can say, is a landmark ruling upholding the principles of individual autonomy and dignity. By legalizing passive euthanasia and recognizing living wills, Honorable Supreme Court set a progressive precedent for end-of-life care in India. The case underscores the evolving nature of the fundamental rights under the Indian Constitution and judiciary's role in safeguarding human dignity. That's all. See you again. God bless. Have a nice day.